Are you feeling stuck, overwhelmed or totally lost trying to start an online business? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to use AI to launch a simple, low-cost business, even if you've got no ideas, no tech skills and no clue where to start. By the end, you'll know the exact steps to create a powerful AI-powered business. Now, before we get started, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's get started with tip number 1, which is to use AI to find a profitable business idea that you'll actually stick with. Now, you don't need to invent anything. Just listen better than your current competition. Now, one of my students, Lena, was burnt out trying to create a new coaching offer. So I suggested to her that she used ChatGPT to actually analyze pain points in women's fitness subreddits. And within just a few minutes, she actually discovered dozens of frustrated posts about a lack of accountability. So what she did was she launched a Notion template plus email support combination, and she made $820 in her first month without any paid ads or any website at all. Just a simple Google form. So I recommend using ChatGPT or Perplexity.ai to dig deeper into customer language online. Now, you can just simply ask it the following question: can you analyze 100 Amazon reviews for home office chairs and show me recurring pain points, or questions similar to that. Now, that one question helped my student Jordan launch an ergonomic consulting service on Fiverr.com, and he made $310 in his first 3 weeks by just offering micro reviews of desk setups. The secret was in using customer complaints as the fuel. Now, to help you validate your ideas, you can use Google Trends and Exploding Topics. Google Trends is a great tool to find out what topics are actually trending on Google over the last week, month, or even over the last year. You can basically find out what's trending in a load of different countries over a certain time period. Now, most people chase trends but don't pause to see if the interest is actually growing or declining. Now, if you want more clarity, you can take your 2 to 3 rough ideas and then just check their keyword search volume using free tools like Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a great tool to use to find keyword research for any topic on Google and of YouTube and a variety of social networks. So it's a good place to do some keyword research, and you'll quickly see what people are typing in frustration at 2 a.m. or any time of the day, and that's where real business opportunities really are. So you don't want to build a business around your passion, but you want to build it around someone else's pain points, someone else's problems and someone else's frustrations, because passion fades when you don't get results. But if your offer or the offer that you'd like to do solves a real painful problem, or takes away a pain point or a time sensitive problem for someone else, then you'll stay motivated because you'll see impact very quickly. One of my students, Luke, used AI to dig into crypto beginner groups, and he found people stuck with cold wallet setup. So he just built a simple $29 beginner's toolkit PDF with just a few Loom videos, and he sold 117 copies in just 4 weeks. Now, one of the most overlooked questions is, what could have changed my life 6 months ago? So I suggest asking ChatGPT, what digital product or service could someone create based on solving the problem of, and then just insert your past struggle. This is how my client Tanya turned her ADHD organisation struggle into a digital planner built with AI and Notion. It took her just 7 days to make, and she launched it within 3 days, and she was in profit within week 2. Now, if you're overwhelmed by too many ideas, then just ask ChatGPT to help you filter by skill, by speed and demand in the marketplace. So here's a prompt that you can use. Rank these 5 business ideas based on ease to launch in just 7 days, low cost and potential to attract paying customers on Instagram or whatever social network you're planning to use. Now, this helps to remove emotion and gives you practical fast start paths that you're more likely to finish. Now, for a moment, I want you to forget about the guru myth that you need a big personal brand first. Now, if your offer is very clear and your solution is very fast and your landing page clearly explains the benefits like a friend would, then you can make your first sales without even showing your face. Tools like Tally.so for order forms and Gumroad for selling products help you get paid in 1 hour or less. Now, I have put together some free training resources to help you build an online income stream using AI. Go and click the link below in the description to learn more. Now back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 2, which is to use AI to build a digital product or a service that solves a real problem fast. Now, the best digital products are actually digital painkillers. Now, what I would suggest that you do is you open ChatGPT and use the following prompt. Help me create a digital product or service that saves time, money, or stress for, and then just insert specific person. That's what Amy, one of my students, did to build a divorce recovery workbook for single mums. Now, it wasn't very flashy or anything like that. It was just very simple and really gave some good solutions to actually solve a simple problem. Now, her first version made $1,200 in just 4 weeks, and all she did was post content in Facebook groups and also engaged within the Facebook groups. Now, you don't need to know how to actually design. Canva's Magic Studio and Notion AI are the only apps that you really need. Now, if you want a beautiful, trust-building product, then you can use Canva's new AI layout tool to help you build professional-looking templates, and it only takes just a few minutes. Now, one of my favourite examples is Sam, who created an Airbnb guest welcome kit with AI and Canva, and he sold it for just $18, and he now makes $320 a month in passive income through Etsy. Now, I recommend you create something that you can sell in 7 days and not 7 weeks, so speed is the key here. Perfection really does kill momentum, so just build a minimum viable product first. So you can use tools like TypeDream to make simple one-page product websites. One student of mine, Malik, launched a resume fixer workbook for people looking for jobs using AI generated prompts and a Gumroad link, and he made 11 sales in just 5 days from TikTok content alone. Now, let me give you a controversial truth. People don't want more content, they just want clear instructions, and they want outcomes and results and transformation. So don't just make a course, make a result or a specific benefit that they will gain from doing the course. So you can ask ChatGPT, help me structure a 5-step process to get someone from whatever pain it is to whatever result they're going to get. This action first format leads to better completion rates and even more referrals. Now, your offer becomes the shortcut that not another time sink. Now, if you really don't like the idea of selling, let AI write your product pitch in your own voice. So you can just ask ChatGPT, write a product pitch for this digital offer, as if I'm explaining it to a very skeptical friend. Now, that one tweak makes your content feel less robotic and more humanized. So if you feel that you need to connect better, especially on platforms like Twitter or Instagram stories, don't forget to build in feedback loops. So you can just ask ChatGPT, create 5 questions that I can include in my product to get feedback and some testimonials. Now, one of my students, Z, used this to gather 17 different testimonials in just 12 days. And she reused those for her product page and tripled her conversion rate. You see, the real transformation happens when your offer becomes part of someone's daily life. I suggest building something that helps them every day, even just a simple habit tracker, a daily email series, a planner, or just a simple, easy to use toolkit. These become very sticky products that people talk about because they actually use them and not just store them away. Let's now move on to tip number 3, which is to use AI to create marketing that feels more like real talk and less hype. Now, marketing isn't just about getting attention, although that is very important. It's also about building some belief. So you can ask ChatGPT, what are 5 false beliefs that someone might have about starting an online business? Then you can just take what it gives you and turn those into some simple content pieces. Now, my student Emily used this approach on Instagram Reels, and she found that one 37-second clip brought in 22 new course signups because her audience finally felt seen and not sold to. It really connected well with her audience. So for the moment, just forget about going viral. Just focus on bringing real value to your audience. Now, I suggest posting really helpful micro experiences that give some good information and some good detail. Something like, what's one mistake you made and how would you avoid it now? And just use AI to brainstorm these stories. and format them for carousels or even short form reels and videos. This type of content helps to build trust a bit faster. Now you can use AI to actually reverse engineer what is already working right now. Tools like Feed, Hive and Flick let you analyze competitor posts that are actually getting more traction. Then you can just plug those into ChatGPT and then just ask the AI, why did this post work and how could I adopt this for my own offer? This will help to save lots of time and remove the guesswork. Now the key thing that most people forget is how to sound more human. So I would suggest asking the AI, write this post like I'm texting my friend who's stuck with this one problem. That tone cuts through the noise and makes people lean in instead of scrolling right past. Now one of my students, Tom, used AI to write a single email about his failure story, and it got more replies than the last 6 emails combined. It wasn't very polished or anything like that, but it was very real and authentic. AI isn't here to replace your voice, it's actually here to help you find it and enhance it much faster. Now if you want more people to share your content, then just make it more like a lifeline and not a lecture. So you can use prompts like, write a post that speaks to someone who feels like they failed at every online business model, and that kind of content really helps to build community and not just clicks. Now don't forget to lead people somewhere. I recommend using ConvertKit or Beehive. Both have free plans to collect names and emails to build that valuable email list. Then you can just start to send nurture emails on a weekly basis, giving your audience decent value and then maybe promoting the odd offer. So you can ask AI to write 3 or 4 follow-up emails. That will help to turn curiosity into clarity, and then just watch how your audience starts treating you like a trusted guide. Let's now move on to tip number 4, which is to use AI to automate the boring stuff so you can focus on income. Now you can't grow very well if you're stuck doing everything yourself manually. My client Ray was sending every customer onboarding email by hand. So we used make.com like Zapier, but cheaper, to actually auto send a personalized welcome sequence. And his refund rate dropped by 22% in a week because people felt really cared for right away. So I recommend that you use ChatGPT to actually map out your entire customer journey. So you can use a prompt like this. What are the 7 touch points that someone needs to go through from discovering me to actually buying from me? Then you can just build automated checklists using tools like Trello and AI descriptions. This gives you the clarity and saves a lot of hours. Then you can use Tally.so and Zapier to actually create an automated lead funnel in just under an hour with no coding and no complexity at all. So just ask AI to write the form questions, the thank you message and the email sequence. Now one student of mine, Mira, did this for her productivity quiz and booked 6 new coaching calls her first 2 weeks. Your systems are more important than your followers, and it doesn't matter if you have 100,000 followers if nothing happens when someone clicks your link. Now you can use AI to help you build a high converting sales funnel, which will look something like this: a lead magnet into a trust building email which goes to a low ticket offer. Now one funnel like that beats 10 engaging posts. So you can just ask ChatGPT, what's wasting my time in this workflow and how can I actually eliminate it? Then you'll be shocked at how much admin can be reduced with some smart AI automation that works 24/7. So you can use Google Sheets and ChatGPT integrations to actually summarize responses, send invoices and much more. Now if your struggle is with staying consistent online, then let AI become your accountability partner. Tools like Bardeen.ai let you automate reminders, generate weekly to-do lists and even summarize your analytics every Friday into a simple Slack message. This makes it way easier to actually keep showing up. Now one of the best things you can do is to automate your testimonials. So you can ask ChatGPT to write a testimonial request message. You can use Typeform to actually collect the answers and then just link it with Zapier to actually push reviews to your website automatically. So you're not just saving time, you're actually building social proof without even lifting a finger. Let me now give you tip number 5, which is to use AI to test and validate your offer before you build anything. Now the fastest way to know if your idea will work isn't by building it, it's by testing the problem. I recommend opening ChatGPT and just asking, what are 10 ways people describe being frustrated with, and then just insert the problem in real life. This helps you talk like your customer and not like a marketer. Now, one of my students, Bree, used this to describe her offer as help for creatives who feel stuck juggling too many different ideas. That phrase alone boosted her DMs by just 40% in 5 days. Now, I suggest you create a 3-sentence pitch and then just test it in the wild before building anything. So don't hide behind the planning. You want to put your idea out into the world into a simple message like this: I'm working on something that helps, then insert who it's for, solve then whatever the problem is without, and then put the common frustration in. Would you use this? That's the only thing you need to post. Now, one of my students, Aaron, posted this message in a Slack group and he got 17 replies, and he pre-sold his first free consulting spots before building absolutely anything. Now, you can use Google Forms and AI to create a laser-focused validation survey. You can ask ChatGPT the following prompt: help me write 5 smart survey questions to find out how serious people are about this problem. Then just post it in Facebook groups or your own personal Instagram. Now, when Priya, one of my clients, did this for her digital planner idea, she got 42 responses in just 4 days, and the insights shifted her entire offer, so she could focus on remote working mums. That clarity made her launch 10 times easier. Now, you don't want to build a landing page first, you want to build a waitlist page with a single question. Tools like Card or Tally.so are really good for this. So you can just ask one thing, such as what is the one thing you wish existed to help you with, and then just insert the problem. And then you just collect their answers. Then you can feed these answers into ChatGPT. Then just ask it to show some common patterns. That's your sales copy, and that's your hook, and that's your offer as well. This is exactly how my student Mark created a job search clarity tracker that now sells 5 to 7 copies a week on autopilot. Now, let me give you some real talk. A like doesn't necessarily mean interest, so you want to ask for micro commitments. Instead of just asking, would you buy this? Ask something like, would you actually pay X amount of money for this if it solved this? So you want to make the question more directed at whether someone would actually pay for it. Or would you jump on a 10-minute call so I can actually learn how to make this actually helpful? So when Tasha, one of my clients, did these types of questions via Instagram stories, she actually booked 4 voice note chats and ended up turning that into a $97 accountability tool for new freelancers. Now, if you're finding your idea doesn't get any initial traction, then don't scrap it, just refine the angle. You can use the following prompt: why might this offer not feel very urgent or exciting to someone struggling with, and then just insert the problem. Just let AI challenge your assumptions. You'll usually find your offer sounds too generic. That one shift helped my client Darren reframe his branding help service into a personal pitch makeovers for anxious job seekers. That angle brought in 8 paid calls in his first 2 weeks. Now, you can test your pricing before even building your product. So I recommend asking AI, how could I position this offer to feel like a no-brainer at $29, $99 or even $499? Then just take that version and test it in conversations. One of my students, Julia, put a $47 price on her mini course before actually filming it, just using the outline, and she pre-sold nearly 20 copies using one email and a few DM conversations. That gave her the confidence to finish the product and validate her positioning at the same time. Let's now move on to tip number 6, which is to use AI to create trust building content that attracts clients before you sell. Now, if your content isn't getting any engagement, it's usually because it's missing some emotional connection in some way. Now, I suggest you stop creating how-to tips or things like that for the time being, and instead change your approach. You can ask ChatGPT, what's a personal story that would help my audience feel seen and understood around, then just insert the pain point. Now, one of my students, Alina, used this exact prompt to create a post about feeling invisible online, and she spoke directly to that fear, and it ended up being her most shared piece ever, landing her 3 new copywriting inquiries in just over 48 hours. Now, a good way for you to create magnetic content is to use AI to actually reverse engineer some objections. So you can just ask AI, what are the top 5 reasons someone might hesitate to work with me? me, and how can I address those with empathy and proof? Now my client Dev used this to make a carousel called "Why Hiring a Ghostwriter Doesn't Mean That You're Fake," and that post on its own brought in a $2,000 client who literally said, "That post changed how I thought about writing help." This is what happens when your content speaks the truth at the right time to the right audience. Now, to help you make your content more binge-worthy, you can use AI to turn client stories into micro wins that help to build belief. Don't just talk about massive results, share the in-between moments as well. Now, one of my students posted about how his client finally hit send on a cold pitch after several months of procrastination. That post didn't brag, but it hit a nerve with his target audience, and it went mini viral in his niche and led to 6 warm DMs asking about his email consulting offer. Now, I would recommend that you use tools like Opus Clipped or Descript to turn long videos or podcasts into short clips, and then you can feed those transcripts into ChatGPT and then just ask the following prompt: which 5 lines from this clip could become powerful standalone posts or reels hooks? Now, my student Neo used this exact workflow with a podcast that she guested on, and she turned a 40-minute chat into 8 short posts that felt more fresh, more authentic, and very shareable. She used them to grow her email list by 233 people in just 2 weeks without spending a single dollar on ads. Now, if your goal is to be seen as more of an expert, then don't give answers. You want to share some good frameworks. You can ask AI to help you create a 3-step or 4-part method based on how you help people solve a particular problem. For example, my student Marcus turned his process into the ICE framework: identity, clarity, and execute. He started using it in posts, in emails, and even on webinars, and suddenly people started referring to his method like it was an industry standard. That's the power of branded content. Now, one of the best things you can do with AI is to create an actual content system that feels sustainable. Now, I would suggest that you ask ChatGPT to create a 30-day social content plan using 4 different categories. Now, these can be stories, proof, education, and engagement, focused on helping, then insert the audience with, and then just insert a specific goal. This took my student Tasha from randomly posting just once a week to actually batching 12 different pieces of valuable content in just an afternoon. Her engagement really doubled, but more importantly, she had people replying to her stories asking how to actually purchase her offers. Now, if you're feeling a bit stuck, that thinking that your content has to go viral to work, then I need you to change that thinking right now. That belief is probably holding you back. What actually works is showing up with clarity, relevance, and consistency, and AI helps you do that without any guessing. My student Evan used AI to refine his positioning and finally speak clearly to freelancers and business owners who felt like they were building a business on sand. That sentence alone helped him land 4 new clients in 1 week just from a single post. No dancing, no trendy sounds, just real value that really hit home with his audience. Well, that's it for this one. 6 practical tips that you can start using right away. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating a sustainable online income, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the comments and go through to my website, where you can find some free training resources to help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and generating online income streams. So don't wait, take action today. Click the link below and start your journey right now. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have a wonderful day.